Right, hey, I think we're live. Give me a second here to check my signal to see if that's true. And then we're going to do some artwork this morning. So, doing a check here. Mic check, 1, 2, check here. 3. Seeing if we're going through okay. Mic check, 1, 2, check here. 3. Seeing if we're going through okay. Yeah, mic check, 1, 2, okay. Okay, cool. Let's drop that volume down, get that out of the way. I'm going to grab the link here for the social media post, and then we are going to get to work. Clickety clack there, clack. Grab the link, post, grab the link, post, grab the link, and we're done. Post. Bum, 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 bum. Bam. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's see. We're looking at the book cover here. Crystals of Mabar for character 7th and 8th level. An adventure in the Eberron campaign setting. We are, let's see, adjust our screen here. We stream in the mornings and we do game design in the afternoon and evenings. Subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications when we're live in the future. Here's a stack of books that we've created already. Here's our playlist of all 517 episodes, creating all the assets for this adventure. And yeah, there we go. Let me drop this down, get it out of the way, and we'll get rid of the book cover here. And okay, so here is where we left off with the cover. So, or the painting. Let's see, we've got the mist, we've got trees, we've got the dome itself, Atur. Then we have the mountains in the background, and we have the sky. So sky, mountains, Atur, trees, manifest zone, mist. 16 by 9 format, so it fits in the screen. Roughly. Hard to snap to because YouTube or Photoshop doesn't have a snap to like that. There we go. That's where we're sitting right now. We're going to continue working on the structure of Atur, inspired by the cartography created by Casa Stereo, a Patreon/Casa Stereo or Casa Stereo 89 on IG. Zooming in here, here's our rough structure, or the structure. You can see there's 4 points for a tower, like a ring of towers. So we've got the start of one here, which we'll mask, or we'll duplicate over here. And then we'll just make the central one about here, drop down. This should be a floor each. So we got ground floor, 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floor, and a 4th floor up here. Tower. Call that 20 feet, 10 feet. So like a doorway would be down here, would be the size of a door. Yeah, I think this will work out. We just gotta add in some structure for a little bit, and once it's fleshed out, we can flip symmetry. We're looking at 16 spokes. So let's keep after it. Hey, Rel, it's good to see you. Brav. Let's, for now, let's conceal the skull. Here, we're gonna go with, where are we at? 8-point font. That's pretty good. 8-point font here. 4-point is directly sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we need to bisect like that. Then we need foreshortening is important, so we want to try to keep that in mind. 1, 2, 3. Like that's too consistent. You know what? Maybe the best way for me to do this is going to be doing it this way. Let's go with transform selection. Let's scooch this over a bit, like that. I don't think it's, no, that's not the right way to do that. Hold on, let's go with transform selection. No, I want to go with transform selection. Thank you. This is the way that we want to do that. Let's see. Width is 95%. %50 is, so if it's 0 degrees and 90 degrees, do we do 66, 50, 33? What would be the curve on that? I'm trying to think about the precise foreshortening angle. Yeah, I think 50% is the accurate answer. So 50% and then what, 75% and then 25%? Let's try that. Let's go with select, modify, contract by 8 pixels. No, let's do 20 pixels. Select, modify, contract 20 pixels. Select. I'm trying to find the right width. Contract, maybe 50. Okay. Then let's go with perspective. What is the perspective tool on this? Zero to, let's see, 15. Seems a little close. You know what, that could be okay. 15, no, height should probably be something that's easily divisible. Let's go with a height of 9. So that's 50%. Hmm. 0%, 50%, 100%. So we have 50% here. $30. 40 is too much. 35 is too much. Looks like 30 is accurate. Let's go 45. $30 at 50. So 50, let's see, let's try 66 and let's hit 75 because that's percentage wise that seems to make sense. Back to snap. Hold on. There. Now let's go back to transform selection. So we're bringing this one into 75. No. Transform selection. $75. Let's scooch this over. And transform selection. No, we want to be here, and we want to go like this, and then we want to select, and we want to modify the selection, contract by 50. Oh, I did this completely wrong. Let's go to here. Book this like that. Now we fill that in. Now we go to select. Now we go to modify, and we go to contract by 50, delete, burp, and now we go to free transform, perspective, free transform, perspective. transform. Make it a little taller. $50, $75. The curve is working out, but I don't know what the next number is supposed to be. 0 to 50, 75. Oh, half of whatever 25 is. So that's 12.25. So that's 87.5. Got it. So the next one needs to be 87.5. Let's go with free trans. No. Let's go with transform layer. $87.5. Bring that looks like here. Fill that in, select, modify, contract by 50, delete, and then transform selection, perspective, bring that in by 9. Period. And then free transform. That's about right for transform. Touch here. Touch, chomp, chomp, chomp. And then let's make sure this is in the right position. So far, so good. I am pretty happy with how this is turning out so far. And then the last shell here up to here. Let's actually select and modify. Let's actually expand this by 50. Select, modify, contract by 50, delete. Go away. Get that curve in. May I ask, what is the difference between digital painting and physical painting? I mean, hey, Steve. It's physical painting is using physical media. Acrylics, watercolor, gouache, oils on a physical canvas. While digital painting is utilizing digital tools. Photoshop, GIMP, Corel Paint. Let's get that curve in here. I have to concentrate a lot on this, so I'm not talking as freely as I normally do because I'm thinking too much. I was talking about this. See, I can lean into the screen. Sometimes I crook my head to the side. Like, this is when I'm in heavy concentration, when my face not even properly on screen. That is a sign of a hard-thinking Phil. I see text. Give me a second. I'll catch up with you. I'm pretty happy with how this is. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. That feels pretty good. Oop. Get in there, turkey. I said turkey. My dad says that all the time. Get in there, turkey. That's to you, Dad. That's for you, Dad. What's up? Sorry, it's an advantage. Mass was the difference between digital painting. What? No worries. I would say the advantage that physical medium has is the authenticity of it. Like you can't subtract paint from an oil painting, or like you can't unwash a watercolor painting. Once you hit, you commit. And so the skill, I would arguably say you have to be a lot more skilled to be able to correctly paint in physical medium. I just think it's more difficult. While digital painting allows you to erase and go back, layer in behind it. So it's more forgiving. Physical medium allows for a lot more direct manipulation, like controlling angles of brushes and pressure has a lot more difference, and the type of brushes that you're using can have much more effect on the look of the piece, as opposed to a digital program. You have to use a specific tool for specific looks. You can be clever about composition design using the same tools, but ultimately, if I want to change what type of a mark I leave on the canvas, I have to change which tool I use. Digital tools are basically like Japanese block prints, where each one has a specific or to an extent a variation of shapes. It has a specific shape that you can manipulate, while brushes is a composition of hairs that can all be manipulated as a group or to an extent individually to create different results. So it's kind of the tools are similar, but like how you use them are differently. What kind of go back mistakes, you don't get go backs with watercolor. It's once you do it, you do it. So you have to understand your process better with physical medium, because there is no undo button. Hopefully that makes sense. Perfectionism. Okay, that does actually feel pretty good. But is this one too thick? More text, I see you. Hold on. There, like that. I think that'll work. I think that works. Let's go back there. Here. I'll get to you. I see your text. I'll get to you in a second. So, hey, defected. Game for the art. Right on. I agree with Phil. The biggest advantage of digital is Control Z. Damn straight. I think Samurai is having a birthday today. Is that right? I doubt they'll swing by. But happy birthday, Sammy. Cheers to you. Oh, it's Gabby. Thank you. Cheers, Gabby. And thank you, Ralph, for the reference. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's not perfect, but I don't hate it. Maybe you're the culprit. Let's thin you a bit. Ah, this stuff is way too intense. There, that feels good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's working out. So let's just let it sit. Stack that all in. We've got this over here. We can take this. We can break that off. Yeah, let's just grab that. Chugga. Merge down. Good. So, dome gonna be made of metal ultimately, or what? The tiers, I mean, not the glass, obviously. I think my favorite thing about third party is the amount of non-caster classes I've made. I feel it's all metal defective. You know what? I'm not positive. I'm using this map that Casa Stereo made on Patreon. This is, as far as I can tell, the only real reference that's been accepted by the community for what Atur Academy looks like. Actually, it's this entire compound is the Academy. I'm just focusing on this dome specifically. So I don't really know what material that is. I'm just going with the colors that they're given. I'm guessing it's metal and glass. So, I mean, cheers, right? Big old skull on top. Hold on. It's supposed to be. I don't know why they're not connecting. Oh well, whatever. Let's go with free transform. That's probably pretty good. Meh. And drop. Well, I'll drop it in like that. It's a little off center, but that's okay. It's for narrative purposes. There. Hey, yeah, I would really love the amount of gotta love those big references. Yeah, I know, right? It's hey, we do what we can. We do what we must because we can. I'm just glad that it exists. I don't have to completely make it up. It's nice to be able to say, hey, the reason I made this aesthetic decision is because of that thing over there. That's really useful. Let's grab that and that. Yeah, that. I will duplicate these layers. I'm going to free transform. Let's see. Bring that in one tick. 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 That's okay. I'm concerned that the ribbing up here is that this is too thick. No, I think it's probably reasonable. It's probably reasonable. We'll leave it be. Let's see what's next. We need. Oh yeah, central tower. So let's take this and then duplicate that layer and bring it forward. Let's duplicate this layer and free transform. Flip horizontal. Bring it in. Now we're going to free transform and increase its scale like that. This looks pretty cool. Hold on. Let's merge this group. Merge. Smooth that out. So what? Affected. There's 4 of the outside pillars, correct? Yeah. That being the case, wouldn't the outside pillars be closer to each other? No. Because there's four towers that are more, I guess you could call them pillars. Flank there, skull facing forward. Our camera angle is coming from this direction. right? We're facing this way. So this is all we have to concern ourselves with. Which we appear to be accomplishing. Appear to be. Probably want to... I don't even know what this material is. It's green. Why is it green? Maybe it's made out of Bieshk. Bieshk is a green metal that that demons are vulnerable to. Gray in there. Grainedness. Grainedness. Green. Yeah, okay, looks on point. Let's see, what's the next thing that I want to do? So far, that's feeling pretty good. I like how that's sitting. I like how it's broadening out at the base. Let's keep working on this. I think I can fold those all together. I'll slope that out a little bit. Clean that up a little bit. There, that feels good. I mean, that's a little off. That is a little off. What's going on over there? Huh. Duplicate the group. Conceal. Merge. Drop that. I think I'm falling behind in the conversation here. Close each other. The Poodle Pact. You're doing it now. Got it. Okay, great. I think there's going to be more like pairs of pillars. What's the name of the city? It's Atur. The name of the city is Atur. A-T-U-R. And it's Atur Academy in the city of Atur. Maybe the green is just reflecting from the glass of the metal. Maybe. Ambient reflection almost. Plus it's super small. It's a super dark skies, so very little blue in the scene. Let's back it up a little bit. Looks like we're off center a smidge, huh? Point. Clean that up. Yeah, it doesn't really, I mean, you can't really, you're only getting that very basic overhead shot of circular, of the towers that are flanking the dome itself with the skull on top. That's incredibly limited information. That means anything that's forward facing along this plane, it's completely up to me how I want to design it. I have complete freedom. None of this is actually official. There is no official image of what Atur Academy looks like. The best I can tell. The best I've been able to research or ask around. No one, other than this, there doesn't appear to be any actual images of Atur Academy at all, or Atur in general. So that leaves us with a ton of creative freedom to do as we please. So I'm going to do as I please. I'm just going to work on this side and smooth all this stuff out and then flip duplicate. Yeah, Control Z, definitely the strongest advantage digital has over physical medium by far. Being able to like copy and then flip for symmetry's sake, that's also a powerful tool, but nothing compares to removing mistakes. And, I mean, it could just be painted. There's always the possibility that it's just simply being painted. I like these. I like these. I like these little gaps here. Like kind of for doors or whatever. Those are pretty cool. Maybe I want to do this to complement them. That feels pretty good. It's a little rib effect. Looks pretty good. Let's hide that. And then trash. Right, we already have Ader. Never mind. Don't need to do that. There's my skull. There's that bit. There's that bit. So, is Ader a small part of Eberron's supplement? Ader's in Karnath. The nation of Karnath. And I mean, it's not significant. Atur Academy is like the premier university, magical university in Eberron about necromancy. So it's a military academy as well as a research facility. That is a pretty important point of pride for the nation of Karnath. But beyond that, I don't think Ader has any particular significance. I think otherwise it's just a college town, you know? Curve in. That's pretty good. I'll bring that in a little bit. We're going to work on the mechanics and rules of Mage Tower at lunch today, Thursday night, Friday lunch as well. And I suspect we'll probably have a solid enough set of rules for us to start playtesting. I'll build out 7th level NPC athletes for all of the 5 different colleges, just to spend some time building characters with you guys on screen, just to see what ideas do I think of, and perhaps inspire other ideas from others. I haven't seen any 5e sports other than like the occasional race pursuit sort of scenario. So it's I'm hoping that turns out well. It sounds intriguing. Just don't know how it's gonna actually suss out. I feel like, yeah, that's probably pretty good. It actually does feel pretty natural. I don't think there's I don't know. Maybe I think maybe not happy about that, Bob. Not happy. Let's take an eraser to it. Get rid of all that. I'm gonna drop in here, and we're gonna steal this. Feels better. Click that. Does feel a little bit better. Yeah, if anything, I feel like this should be thicker. I don't know why I'm trying to do this manually. Timely timer, keeping time. What time is it? 7:30. I got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left. We'll get through some of this. Sussing it out. thickness down here. And smooth it in. A little more right here. Too much. There. That does feel better. Hey, what's up? Weird in how it doesn't have a lot of artwork for it then. It's not that important. Not to rain on your parade, but wouldn't you see those ribs in the top view? I apologize for even saying that. Yeah. Yeah, you would. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 ribs. Straight on. Straight side. 1, 2, 3. Straight on. Straight side. 1, 2, 3. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right. Good for checking my gut, though. But yeah, it is there. Just not a lot of detail provided. So we're improvising, like, a lot. But there's just enough to look like the cartography that I can pretty much get away with anything I want from this perspective. As long as I have these 4 towers, the 16 spokes, and the skull cap. That's basically all I have to do and stick to the color pattern. No, sorry, I was talking about the ones on the sides. I said that while you were on the thick... Oh, sorry. Let's see. Does your program... Weird... Rainier Parade, I apologize. Oh, you mean like this 2-column approach? It's since it's an overhead. Oh, and this ribbing here. Since it's an overhead shot, it doesn't really define any of the details that you would see from the side. From the top, it's just gonna look like it would just basically look like this, and there'll like be like another balcony and then another balcony. It's so close that it may as well just be the same. This doesn't have a level of detail that really goes into that, but there's some sort of mass that's gathering around it. So I think it's within tolerance of artistic design or aesthetic decision. And the ribbing feels more bone-like. I think it goes with the skull motif. Good question, though. Yeah, this is not doing what I want it to do. Come on, baby. Light my fire. Nah, it doesn't rain on anything. You're just doing a gut check, and God bless you. I don't mind you guys gut checking me every now and again. At all. Because sometimes you guys catch me, it's like, oh shit, you're right. You know, I mean, sometimes it's actually important. So if something seems wrong, you are always welcome. You know, don't just defer to my infinite wisdom, because God knows I do not have infinite wisdom. I can make mistakes. But if I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. So, it's good to check. Because what if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? Oh, God willing, I'll own it. You know? Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. That doesn't seem so bad. Architecture is such a pain in the ass. I spy with my eyes some scrolling text on the side. Give me a second, I'll catch up with you. Hey, what's up?
You say you can do borders on selections, if so, you can easily thicken up those ribs that way. I appreciate the guidance. I'm doing it manually because I'm a pain in the ass. Don't worry, as an artist, I'll never really. Well, you know, you can ask why I'm doing something as you did. That's important.
Lack of infinite wisdom. Fair. Perf. Yeah, I could select and expand, but for whatever reason, I've decided to fixate on this manually. Which I may end up regretting. No regrets today, though. I think that looks pretty good. Not hating on it. Okay, so we got those. We're going to duplicate, layer, free transform, flip horizontal. Drop it in place. So far, so good. You know, even if we paint over the color of this structure stuff completely, it's still, I think it's still going to end up looking good. But this is a good place to start. It's a real fine way to start. Fill that in a smidge. Now it's just a matter of detail, right? I mean, like the general structure of it looks pretty sound. Did my music stop? Nope, still going. That's not bad. I'm feeling kind of like crushing the whole thing. All right, I'm actually gonna let that sit as a structure. I think it's occupying its space well. And I want to switch gears into messing around with trees. Where are we at? Nothing wrong with that except the regret later. Yeah. I'm only saying this because it's bothering me. But would the skull be readable as a skull from? No, it technically shouldn't. It technically shouldn't. But I want it to be able to read as a skull. So I'm specifically tilting it forward towards the front entrance. It's obviously in this it's centered because it's aesthetically pleasing from the overhead shot. But this is a nonsensical thing to have unless you expect to have a lot of air traffic that's relevant looking at this. This is just a for the audience decision. I like the idea of there being a skull on the cap. But I think it should be able to read easier for like actual people in town. Yeah. No, these are great questions though. And I'm probably gonna have to change the color on it. Either that or change all the ribbing and stuff to this color. But this is an unwarranted color. It's just I just put it in there for that. I'll actually probably reduce the size of it. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Probably more like that. I think that caps it. I think, see, that feels a little bit, that feels more balanced. Get back here. It feels a lot more balanced. Jesus, that looks actually pretty fucking good. All right, and I think we can zoom in. We could probably steal this building color here. We could probably actually use that for like paneling. Oh, that's almost the exact same color. That's the exact same tint that I'm using. Tint being a degree of gray. Yeah, gray tone. Let's do this. I think that's going, and then we can work on highlights and little rib work and stuff in here. Glass through here. I think that feels pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's still a lot of potential here. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna let that sit for now, Ader, and then yeah, let's work on trees. Thank you. It's always great to get a vote of confidence. These are like white willows, or well, they're not white; they're a very pale green. But these appear, I feel like these are trees that we're supposed to be looking at in here. These are all buildings. Got tree, no. These are all buildings. This feels like forest. Not a fan of that color. I'm just gonna trust my gut and go with deciduous trees. My gut is telling me to put in. Yeah, I started with deciduous trees. I feel like I should keep going with deciduous trees. I think they're gonna end up just looking nicer. So let's just grab that color again. Hey, what's up? Since you have the freedom, I'll throw out a suggestion of putting at least one skull on each of the pillars. Okay. I will see. I will see how we can. I like the idea of like having like little bone joint looking sort of things at the connecting points and stuff. So we'll see. Well, I think we can do a more. I think we can add more necromancy into it, more necrotic, more. Anyway, there's words there. Solid. Let's just start building a tree. So let's see what branch do I want to use. Let's go with we'll start with conifer tip. It's a good general brush to use. Gonna dot in the silhouette of some trees here, and then we'll see about trunks or size. Let's do the back end like this. This is gonna be more artistic freedom. If I actually raise up the elevation here, that makes the mountains back here a little bit more interesting. stuffed all this stuff in here. Feels pretty good. And there's more mass.
Sup? Take the idea and rolled it.
Yeah, thank you. Votes of confidence are certainly appreciated. Gotta trust the muse. She knows what she's doing. She wants me to do this, then this is what we're gonna do. I think I'm beyond the point of being concerned that that my inspiration is attempting to sabotage me. That happens. Some people have a distrust of their own intuition, so they have like this hostile relationship with their own gut instincts. Not trusting that the gut isn't going to lead them into danger because they've had so much trauma in their life that they don't even trust themselves anymore. That's a horrible fate. Gap here. How's our mist doing? Yeah, mist isn't going to cover for that. So I'm going to need to end up coming back through and adding in some more mountain terrain back here to help flesh out this space. Oh, so sad. Got to do more mountains. Boo-hoo. Let's take this again and see if we can raise that up. Now that we've got our tree line more asserted, yeah, definitely gonna need more. Let's bring that down just a smidge. That feels like pretty good composition design there. And at 7:52, I've got less than a minute left on my clock. That's actually pretty good timing. Let's go ahead and break here for now, and let's take Atur. And play with just shifting the horizon around a little bit. Man, that's pretty good. Take this and tilt it. All right, so yeah, we'll just have this bleed off. This isn't gonna actually be on the screen. That's useful. All right, cool. So we're gonna do like that. We'll figure out. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Trees might not be right. I'm gonna let them sit for now. But when we come back tomorrow, we'll be working on trees. And then the misty foreground, and then we'll fill in the mountain, the hills and the mountain stuff that we need back in here. And then once we have that in place, then we can come back through and we can just do detail work on 1, 2, 3 floors, the central glass, the dome, fix the skull, and then we'll work on framing the piece inside of the text. And we'll probably, I think we could realistically be done with this one by Friday. And start in on whatever the next thing is on Monday. So we're just continuing to drill our way through the project, knocking out the biggest pictures and then working our way down to smaller and smaller pieces. So
Yeah, right on, my guy. So far, so good. And then we're going to be back on at 2:30 today. That's 6.5 hours from now. We'll be back on. We're going to start building the rules for Mage Tower Sports 5e Combat PvP scenario. So, looking forward to that. And I will see you guys on the other side. Cheers.